Okay, I'm out at not True North. I'm out at Morning Run Apartments in Monroe. This is for True North. Jeff Samdahl's a guy I've worked with in the past. This is our second bid that we're putting together for this project now that we've done a ROM on this last year and getting ready to do this new bid for asphalt repairs, wheel stop repairs, speed bump repairs, striping. And that's it. I will say on the north end, the far north end, you're going to see it later in the video, but that's where we can stage our equipment. On the far north end at the entrance, there's a parking area.
Lakeside Monroe is literally across the street.
Okay. Lakeside Monroe, if we were to cut a line right through those trees, you'd see it's right across the street from State Route 2. We're on the south side of 2. It's right on the other side. I mean, it's like 2 minutes away. Okay. So, scope of work now is to take all the drive aisles on this property.
Grind and replace everything.
Grind and replace everything. On my original bid from last year, I had all the speed bumps in here, so all that's going to be added in here as well. Again, but full depth grind and overlay. Inches,
2 inches.
we saw 2 inches
2-inch grind and replace.
on a majority of the property here, so we're going to assume 2 inches on that. So I'm at the south entrance, and there's 3 entrances to this property. The grinding is going to start right out here at the seam and go in. Okay. All right, so all the wheel stops that are in here are extruded wheel stops, and they're all supposed to be removed and replaced. So I'll have a quantity on that plugged in for our bid. It wasn't on the first bid that we did, but I will have that included. And like I said, it needs to be extruded wheel stops, but we can also do a bid option for precast wheel stops so they can see the difference in price.
And not knowing the quantities on this, the tonnage on this yet, and kind of just getting an idea of being out here, we're thinking that this is going to be 5 phases. It could be less, could be more based on what the tonnage calculates out to be. But each phase is going to be 3 days. So you're going to have a prep phase, you're going to have a grinding phase, and then you're going to have an asphalt phase. The prep phase is to come in and pop up all these wheel stops and dispose of them. And then, Brian, you want to come over here?
Yeah.
And then also these carports, getting underneath these carports and getting this asphalt out of the carports. And then behind the carports over here, you're going to have to get all this asphalt out.
Starting right there where the concrete ends.
Behind these carports, this is where the MT85 is going to come in to get all this asphalt out of here. So, taking a full paving crew for each phase, a full paving crew on the first day to remove these areas and prep them. Full paving crew out here with the grinder so that they can pave back these little areas. And then the grinder can do its thing, and maybe if they get ahead, if they finish before the grinder finishes, maybe they can start paving the road. And then a third day to pave back the section that the grinder has ground out. And they're, they can spend that prep day getting these speed bumps up too.
Yeah, so prep day on wheel stops, speed bump removal, and getting behind the carports.
And also the prep day, it's to do all this
Tree root damage.
tree roots. There's really this first run that we're in, the south end that we're in right now, is where the tree roots are heavy. Other than that, there are tree roots through the facility, but they're not as heavy as they are over here.
Yeah. So everything in the parking stalls, not just the drive aisle, but in the parking stalls, we're grinding down, putting back.
And we're going grass to grass.
Yeah, grass to grass here. As you can see, there's walkways between wheel stop and the grass. Asphalt walkways are in a majority of this property.
So in this one phase alone, there are 3 of these garage units that will have to be prepped and then paved back on the grind day.
So that's phase 1, 3 days.
Phase
for
one,
this
3 days would be this long.
this long south, all the way back to the fence,
And then from where
to the south entrance.
From where we're standing right here, we're thinking from right here down to that third speed bump down, if we can go that far,
1, 2, 3. It's way down there.
would be phase 2. So that would be another 3 days. Prep day, because there are 2 garages in this phase, plus there's a carport down there. And again, behind all these garages, there's that strip of asphalt that we have to get to.
Yeah, behind all of these. Some of them have tree root damage.
So, Jamie, for estimating purposes, 22 by 4. You can assume that behind every garage. 26 by 19 underneath this carport, and then another 26 by 19. And that goes to the grass here. That's all going to have to be done on the prep day, and because the grinder can't get to it.
So for phase 1, that was the case at 3 locations, right?
Yep. And then here's behind these planters. Seven by 4.
7 by 4 behind the planters here. You can see it's identical on the other side. This would be considered phase 2. On the back and on the aerial map, we can draw it in, showing the phases based off of this video. Phase 2, is that two garages, 2 carports?
2 garages and then this carport down here.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Yep.
For the production staff, these carports are pretty tall. Actually, I have a tape measure.
Okay.
My tape measure.
No comment.
8 feet. So we can fit the Bobcat in here, and we can fit the paving machine in here. Bobcat operators just have to be careful. And we always have the MT85 to get in there if we have it. Type 2.
So as you can see, it's identical. Both sides have asphalt walkways behind the wheel stops. There's a precast. Inside that carport. Well, and behind it to the grass.
It's crack built.
All the striping that I had in the original bid will be repeated onto this bid. It's got reserve stencils that are 12-inch and numbers that are 12-inch.
So that speed bump right there, we're assuming would be the end of phase 2. It might go a little further back. Again, we need to see what the tonnage is first. But this would be phase 3 coming.
So from this third speed bump now, getting to the northwest corner of the property, all the way back to the curb, trash enclosure.
Did you say that there was 500 feet of curb?
Oh yeah, and there's assumed 500 feet of curb. That quantity was given by Jeff Samdahl originally last year, back in May. It's on this RFP as well. Same thing, 500 feet.